If you can see the sense of punctuation, those dots and lines and squiggles on the page, you'll master any language situation and be applauded as a punctuation sage.
Another glorious sunrise in paradise.
Oh, good morning. My name is Marie. Welcome to my home overlooking the Discovery Passage here in Campbell River on Vancouver Island in beautiful British Columbia, Canada. I am so happy that you want to learn about punctuation because when you can communicate your written thoughts clearly, you have a better chance of achieving success.
Lovely.
Now, I'm sure you've wondered what all these dots, lines, and squiggles mean. And if not what they mean, at least how or when to use them correctly. It's a little chilly out here this morning. I think I'll just warm up my coffee. Using punctuation marks can seem a bit daunting. Even experts and publishers don't always agree. But don't worry, because in this course I am presenting the most basic and cozy ways to use punctuation marks. First, a little history. Most punctuation was invented by publishers. We use punctuation to imitate the pauses and voice inflections in speech. For instance, when we ask a question, our voice rises at the end. Example, would you like some coffee? This up inflection is a vocal question mark. Oh, the blinds. Let's see if the sun is breaking through that morning mist yet. The first form of punctuation was simply inserting spaces between the words. This is an example of printing before punctuation was developed. It is difficult to interpret what all these letters mean until we put spaces between the words like this. Oh, my library books. Another stage in the development of punctuation was capitalization and final punctuation in order to show the beginning and end of a sentence like this. Punctuation within a sentence was developed to refine clarity of meaning. This sentence says, Billy Bob is here, but if I place a comma between Billy and Bob, it completely changes the meaning. Oh, my blackberry bucket. It says, Billy, Bob is here. Now, where did I leave my purse? Oh, yes, upstairs. In the example, Billy Bob is here, I'm talking about one person, Billy Bob. In the second example, Billy, Bob is here, I'm talking about two people, Billy and Bob. That little comma completely changes the meaning. We use punctuation marks in two ways: at the end of sentences and within sentences. However, it's the punctuation within sentences that most confuses us. Right? I've tried to simplify punctuation for you by equating punctuation marks to traffic signs. Think of punctuation marks as traffic signs for reading and writing. Just as traffic signs guide drivers, so punctuation marks guide readers and writers. As an added learning aid, I have included short poems like this one. Punctuation marks are language traffic signs. They tell you when to stop and start and how to read the lines. I have a number of things to do today, so let's hop into my trusty Camino and talk about punctuation as we go. Before we begin Lesson 1, please have the workbook at hand because at the end of each lesson, I will direct you to the exercises. Time to buckle up. There we go. Oh, and if I use any terms or expressions that are unfamiliar, just take a peek at the glossary in the back of the workbook. A little traveling music. you go.